Hey, welcome back to Ice Age TV Racing Day. Hey, I got to go down the road as usual and work out of my truck. And what am I going to get on the fuel economy today? I tell you what, I'm making these videos just to share with everybody else on what is the real deal in this truck. I mean, sincerely, what's the real deal? And for me right now, look, we're at 18.6, and I'll be doing some open road driving, 751 miles, and I'll be doing some open road driving today, and I hear the constant conversation of, I gotta break the truck in. So I think to myself, yeah, but break the truck in, isn't it broken in? So what does that mean? I mean, is the 1,000-mile mark where things change? Does it like the Chevrolet Corvette, where once you get to certain mileage, the motor opens up? Like the Chevy Corvettes, I'm pretty sure that if the first 500 miles, you don't get all your power. And then once you get to 500 miles, then it gives you all its power, I think. Is that the Z06 model only? I don't know, I can't remember. I'm not into the Chevrolet Corvette product like it used to be. But anyways, I thought I'd make another video, and I was talking about racing and about race and all this other stuff. And yeah, am I racing around today to take care of business? I am. Probably be about 150 mile day today. And so for me, I just like to share my driving time and my new Ford Powerboost, because one thing for sure about me, a week ago today, it's hard to believe, a week ago today, I picked up this Ford F-150 Powerboost, and I traded in my Ford Raptor truck. So, which even for me, just time. I mean, even for me, I'm thinking to myself, wow. In fact, I did that late in the afternoon. I took this the Raptor all apart. But here's the thing, this Powerboost, would I have been driven to this truck to buy it if it said, let's just say 16 miles per gallon? I don't think I would. I think I probably would have been like, yeah, is it really worth it? So for me, in so many aspects, I tell you, this truck is so powerful. I just can't emphasize enough. Truck is such a nice package. But, a huge but, if I would have seen this truck's going to be 16 miles per gallon, I'm not saying it's getting that, but I probably would have been like, nah, I don't think it's worth trading out of the Raptor truck, even though this definitely has a higher capacity. This may cool. Okay, it's like, dude, okay, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. For me, even though the truck, I mean, overall, here's the thing. This truck here, for what I do, is so much more practical and usable. Not that the Raptor truck wasn't. I mean, we all know the Raptor truck, it's just a really cool, badass vehicle. In fact, the Raptor Ranger, it looks like the Raptor Ranger's coming, and yeah, that thing's pretty cool. But I tell you what, they've got video, or I should say pictures, of what they think is the new Ford Raptor Ranger, and man, it doesn't look really that much different than my Tremor Ranger truck I have. And for me, I mean, that truck's going to be $70,000. I think they're speculating it. I mean, is it really worth it? I don't know. I guess when the truck comes out, you drive it. That's probably what it's like. Yeah. So the odds are, yeah, do I have a Raptor Ranger? And here's the thing. I even thought about this. I gave up my F-150 Raptor truck. I already had two Raptors. I had the Raptor family. Now, if I would have gotten the Ranger Raptor, then I would have had like the whole Raptor family, which is pretty cool. I just have accomplished those type of things in my life of having the Tremor. If you go back here over a year ago, I think I had, about a year ago, I had the Ranger Tremor, which I still have. I had the F-250 Tremor, and I think I had the F-150 Tremor. I don't know, I think I sold the F-350 Tremor for the Mach 1. No, I still had the F-350 Tremor, if I remember right. So I had, pretty cool, Ranger Tremor, 150 series Tremor, 250 series Tremor, 350 series Tremor. And that was pretty cool. I mean, I really liked on how I had the whole family of the Tremor vehicle line. And the gas, the diesel, and the twin turbo. So I mean, that was pretty neat. But as usual, I moved on, and now I'm down to one Tremor truck, which is just the Ranger. And if you would have told me a year ago that when it's all said and done, you're going to be just down to one Tremor, I'd be like, nah, no way. I think I'll still have at least 2 Tremors, maybe 3. Anyways, point is, had I test driven this truck a week ago Saturday, and this thing wasn't promoting the 23 miles per gallon, I'm not so sure I would have jumped ship from the Raptor truck. I probably would have been like, nah, it's just not really worth it. It's not worth it to get maybe an extra few miles to gallon out of the vehicle. But at the same time, I will say this. Driving this vehicle with this electric motor, it's so easy to get down the road that, yeah, I mean, I may have come to closure that the truck is just so much more usability and just such an ease. Like right now, in the sport mode, I'm in the normal mode. And the truck just rock and rolls down the road. Well, if anybody watch my channel, I like to talk, I like to share my views and ideas and thoughts. And I just am trying to help those that are on the fence of what truck they're going to buy. For me, I would seriously consider the F-150 Powerboost truck. And if somebody said, well, would you get that if you didn't own the Raptor and you had the chance to buy the Raptor, or would you buy the F-150 Powerboost? I would say, if you're not doing a lot of towing and fuel economy really isn't much to you, then yeah, buy the Raptor. I mean, really, buy the Raptor truck. You're going to love the truck. If you said to me, no, fuel economy is important to me, and I'm going to do, a decent amount of towing, I'd be like, then I would buy the Powerboost. And I guess some people could say, well, why wouldn't you just buy the 5.0 Coyote motor, and that truck probably gets 16 miles a gallon. Yeah, but the Coyote motor, if you look at that F-150 race truck I have, that's a detuned 5.0 motor at 400 horsepower. So I just can't see how that would make any sense to get that V8 noise. Yeah, if you want to get the V8 rumble, then yeah, you're not going to get it out of this. You want to get a little bit more of a noise out of this truck. Yeah, the Raptor V6 twin turbo is going to have the better package. But for the overall usability, I think fuel economy, and I did the checklist when I was going to buy the truck. I think the checkoff list wins on the Powerboost over the Coyote motor and over the Raptor truck. And as you see, people are now getting the Raptor R's. Why? It's the racing. It's racing. I mean, we're all so connected to racing. So I talked about in my early morning video this morning was that the Roman times was the beginning of the chariot races, and mankind's just addicted to that racing. We race. We want to see who's faster. You have, what are the Olympics about of the sprinters and the marathon runners? Who's the fastest? Swimmers. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. That as human beings, we are always racing to be better in somehow, some way. Whether it's the amount of speed, how fast you get somewhere, or the accomplishments you get in life. So I mean, racing kind of goes so hand in hand as far as our underlying goals and motives on how to become better. And we're always racing for new technology. And yeah, all right. Well, anyways, kind of stay tuned, and let's see what I get today. A lot of highway driving, so I can't see this changing much. And then when I go to tow, I think I'll be at close to 1,000 miles by the time I leave Wednesday to tow with this truck. What are we going to get? I think it'd be a 10 mile per gallon vehicle. That'd be my guess. And I'll take it. If I got 12, I'd be like, wow. I think I'm going to take my bigger car hauler, my 8.5 foot by I think it's 20 foot car hauler that can take 4 motorcycles. I think that's what I'm going to take. I really want to take down a few cars down in Tennessee, just kind of free up some space in my shop and put some cars down there. The only downside to that is if you have the itch to drive something, then it's like, well, it ain't here near home. But anyways, I don't know. it's all about evaluating things and figuring things out. And so, all right. Earthquake in Syria and Turkey. Wow, devastating. They're just now saying 2,300 people have been killed. Wow. Talk about the state of times in those countries right now of sadness. Truly sad. Wow. And we've really, you think about for all the things that happens to mankind, it seems like we've been very fortunate. This doesn't seem like radical things have happened, but yeah, wow. So thoughts and prayers for those in other countries today that have lost loved ones. Wow, don't even want to comprehend that. All right, let me here, and here it is. It's the same old story. I get on the road and everybody's already separated me by really driving very fast. This is a race-paced area that I live in. It's very fast. And there is the Washington Inner Harbor area. Here's the big MGM casino here in the D.C. Right outside of D.C. Reagan National Airport here in the Woodrow Wilson Bridge. Anybody here? It's interesting. I'm not over here a lot in this area. I am, but I'm not. It's just the way my patterns of life cycle. And so this is the MGM that borderline went broker than broke when pandemic set in. Or did it? That's your gambling place, the hot spot to go gamble. That's something. Amount of money people spend on for the future of maybe getting richer or poorer, right? I've never done that. Believe it or not, my whole lifetime, I've never gone to a casino. I mean, never have. Isn't that something? Never ever gone to a casino my whole life, ever, and gambled. I mean, there are so many sad stories of people that get addicted to that stuff. Yes, I mean it's bad. And then online. It's now even online now where people have been banned. I mean, it gets radical. Or some people, I know of people that have literally, they're banned from using their phone to gamble because of just how bad it is. I mean, they volunteered to be banned because they couldn't get away from the addiction. You're talking about my car addictions. Oh my gosh. I mean, I don't even want to think about it. Think of my car addictions turn into the gambling addictions. Oh man, it's bad stuff. I mean, you don't hear, you hear the select few stories of people wanting a bunch of money. What I hear most of the time is how much money people lost. That's, the casinos aren't in business because they give all their money out. I mean, hello. Yeah, it's just a small percentage that win any money, but then you just give it all back. Oh, this is for been coming over in this area now. I'm not lying. Since the 80s. The 80s. I'm talking 40 plus years. Wow. Just beyond believable. And it doesn't look much different, really. It's incredible. The road's a little different, but the channel area, it's just like, blah, blah, yikes. All right. The chariot Roman Empire times of the chariot races, they had factions of God where they had like different colors like red, white, blue, and I think green, were 4 different colors for factions of the gods that they believed in. Here's a guy. Oh, he's doing about 90. Yeah, he's getting it. He's having fun for the moment, right? So anyways, it's interesting on how the chariot racing turned into sponsors of basically religion, became very much religious of the representation of these chariot racing teams, basically. So this is a fast area. And I mean, this area, this county here, oh my gosh, this side of the Beltway. This is the east side of the Beltway, but this isn't the Beltway. But I've been really driven a lot of that side of the road, but I used to years ago, not as much now. But oh man, it's 100-mile-an-hour driving, 110-mile-an-hour driving. I mean, it's crazy. Just packs of cars, 100-mile-an-hour drive around the Beltway. It's just incredible. It's just a whole different world on the east side of the Washington Beltway, of DC Beltway 495, 295. It's rough areas. It's all about the demographics. Incredible. We just haven't really had much of a winter, much rain. We really are just, it goes the opposite. We have these really dry winters. There's just no doubt in my mind that then we're going to have these blizzard winters. I don't think this year's going to be it. I could be eating my words down the road, but I don't think it's going to happen. And then we just totally go to next year will be where the just snows like never seen before. And that's kind of how life is. It goes from one extreme to another. That's how it always plays out. All right. Taking care of business. That place looked like that 40 years ago. You know, it's just all the different demographic area. Prince George's County, Maryland. It's like it's two different, you know, it's basically the white to the black. I mean, this is dominant black area. And it's something like Falls Church, Virginia. It was such an upscale, more, I would say, white area for so many years. Today it's very much Latino, Hispanic. And I'm not talking about this being derogatory. I'm just sharing information where I live, and I'm sure other people would say it's the same thing. So that whole Falls Church, Virginia area has such a heavy Latino, Hispanic culture now. And at PG County, where I'm right now, it's been, you know, dominant more of the black population in this area than over white. It's just kind of how we all congregate together. Like the Asians will congregate with each other, the Latinos congregate with each other. You know, the black community, they congregate. It's just kind of, you know, we all kind of, the Jewish communities. Oh yeah, Silver Spring, Maryland, this DC area, Bethesda, Maryland, heavy Jewish, you know, infrastructure and people, and just we all kind of get, you know, it's all about us all kind of being the same page of how we kind of live life and think, and the comfort zone, the security zone, the safe zone, the whatever zone, everything zone, right? All right, got the truck back up to 19.2 miles per gallon. So that's encouraging. But boy, where's that 23? Before the day's over, I'll say I'll be at 20, I think. I don't know, by 21, there's a Ram TRX. It's interesting. I did the Ford F-450 down there at Kuhn Sterling Ford was an eye-opener about how much you're getting for these trucks. But it's a pretty much, I get it. So if you do a 50-mile search of the Ford F-450 truck, you know, there's just literally just a few trucks. I mean, it's like maybe 20 new F-450 trucks in a 50-mile radius. Then you go to like a 50-mile radius of Ford F-150 trucks, and you have like 1,000 of them. So I mean, so that's what drives the market. Just like the Ram TRX. You can go like 100-mile radius. In the Ram TRX, there's maybe 65 trucks for sale. But Kuhn's, Tyson's, Dodge, they dominate those damn cars.com, where they got all the orders for these damn cars. It's incredible.